Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
And hello everyone and welcome back to another RSG Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. I'm your host, Ranger J199. Joining me as always is the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
Hi.
And also the sexy Buddha himself, the pimp man, the man with a plan, the lightsaber builder, Sir Loki.
What's up?
And we are the crew bringing you this fun Star Wars Galaxy Heroes content that you love to hear and hate and hear and love and hate some more, and then eat some fruit snacks and then messes it all up, and then we get all violent and we beat the crap out of stuff. But we're here to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game, here on a hump day Wednesday. Let me hear you, skewers. Get that shit in the chat. Make sure you say hi, whip out your pickles, stroke your Wookiees, do whatever you need to do to relieve the stress of a long work day. But don't worry, we're on the tail end. We're getting into that weekend. That's what we do here. We're just here to entertain you guys and talk about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, give you the latest and greatest news and notes, and give you a little bit of insight of what it all means. So let's go through some of the mechanisms real quick. We also answer questions during this stream, so if you have questions, it's real simple. If you have a question you would like to pose to any of us on the panel, or all of us, or none of us, or whatever you want to do, make sure you put your question into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statements. That's how we use Nightbot to scoop up questions. So put the word question, then actually write out your question, and we will use Nightbot to scoop that up. So if you'd like to do that, please do. Also, if you'd like to interact with us, well, first of all, then hit the thumbs up on the video. It's YouTube, not Twitch, and we need all the thumbs up we can get because that's the way YouTube works with the algorithm. How long you watch, how many times you watch, and how many thumbs up and interactions you get. It's just the way YouTube is. So if you'd like to support us, that's a great way to do it. But if you'd like to interact with us in other ways, there's more than one way you can do it. You can do super chats and, put funny quotes and stuff or things you want to get our attention with super chat. You can do that as well. If you're a sponsor, then you can put in all the fun little emojis we've got there, like WTF Ranger and all the other stuff that you see people doing right now. So you can do that as well. And then if you want to, we've had it happen many times. People on Twitch donating and stream elements, and we get hype trains while we're doing the damn stream. So, yee. So we have all that going on. All right, so that's kind of how it all works. It's pretty simple, to the point. We have some stuff to cover in the news today. Get your questions in. We try to get to most, if not all, the questions, but if you have questions, to get those in sooner rather than later. Tell your guild, tell everybody, tell your family, tell your friends, get their ass over here. Let's get the viewership count up so we can get to a high number of viewers today. All right, so with that, we also like to shout out everybody in the chat. If you would like your name shouted out, it's real simple. We're going to give you a word. You have to spell it correctly. I say this, and I know that this is going to go horribly wrong, but nonetheless, I will still give you the correct instructions. We're going to tell you the word. It's a shout-out word of the day. Finn's going to give it to you, and then all you have to do is spell that correctly in there, and then we will shout out.
Loki will give it today.
Okay, well, Loki will give it to us today, and tell you how to spell it. It's real easy, and I'm terrified. All right, Loki, what is the shout-out word of the day?
The shout out word of the day is Moff.
And how
Moff.
Yes, there's no way you can
Moff.
screw this off. It's Moff. It's 4 little letters. It's an M and an O and then an F and then another F. I know you can do it. Please go ahead and put that if you would like. And already, yep, just
Look at
completely.
that.
I feel
They
like a
didn't let
Alex
us down at
Trebek on Final Jeopardy. Like, pick a number. How about a 1 or a 3? How about a 5? You can pick any number. Just write a number down. God, please write a number down. And oh God, it's begun. Commander Skywalker, that is just absolutely horrible. Shame on you. Oh my God, I'm not even reading that. Somewhere McVenom just stroked out because she sneezed so hard from that word being put in there. Oh, good Lord. So we have the shout out word of the day. So there you go. All right. And they're Hasselhoff, really? Good Lord. I can't even make the connection with Moff. Hasselhoff. I don't see it. Mold, yeah, that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. That's not how you spell Moff, Buzzsaw. Shame on you. It's not Moth. No, that's wrong. Mope is incorrect. Muff is incorrect. Ronin, that's horrible. Rose, I'm going to actually count that one because you said Muff. There you go. That'll work. No, broth is totally inappropriate. No, it's not Mars. We're not going through our own little solar system here. Get out of here. All right, so that's it. Any news or announcements we need to make, Finn, before we get into the news?
No, not really.
Okay, anything from you?
Happy
Luke?
Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you all had a great Turkey Day. That's pretty much it.
That was last week, Finn.
Yeah, on Thursday
Of last week.
after our Wednesday night stream.
Yeah,
so
but we said happy
haven't
Turkey-
seen them after. I
Well,
know, but now I'm saying I
you
hope
have,
they
and
have.
I have, So.
Yeah, but we haven't on the Wednesday night stream. So yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes.
So hope you all had a great Turkey Day since our last Wednesday night stream.
There you go. No, that's none of those.
Aren't you confusing everybody? And they're all watching you on your
Yeah,
other
we're-
like 4 channels, right?
Yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
we're getting ready for Christmas. It's Christmas time. Christmas. It's Christmas time. I love Christmas. Christmas time. I took a picture of some of the decorations done in the house. It looks like a Sears catalog. And I had to haul all that shit up. Boxes
What's
and boxes. Where they have that Christmas scene and you're just like, no one would ever create a scene like that in their actual home. Well, you haven't been to my house. So there you go.
Is it like Montgomery Ward's
It's
calendar?
it's pretty Christmassy, yeah. It's it was in the general Discord. You have to go back and find it, Loki, but I did put it up in there.
Okay.
All right. I think that covers the big essentials. Keep getting your greetings in. Keep saying the shout out word of the day. And with that, I think we can get to the news. Oh boy, he's here. Dark saber and all. Old Mr. Moff Gideon's here. Boy, I tell you, there he is right there. We're going to go right to his kit reveal right there. Boy, I tell you, he's looking pretty snazzy. All right, here we go. Are we ready for this kit? I don't know if we're ready for this kit. Looks intimidating. He's got the dark saber there, Loki. It's looking pretty badass. All right, Moff Gideon. His tags are Dark Side Support, Leader, Empire, and Imperial Trooper. The highlights of this is that Moff Gideon is the wielder of the Darksaber. He stole that shit. He bastard. He says, swing the legendary weapon at an opponent causing permanent armor shred. That's sexy. In control, he has the ability to resist the turn order and then give his allies a surge of speed. That's pretty sexy. And then leader of the Imperial Troopers. While supported with a fire team of Imperial Troopers, he gains several advantages from enemies who have the leader tag. Wow, interesting. All right, let's delve into the kit. I really like this kit. I know Loki likes this kit, but we're going to get into it. It just goes through his unit name and everything like that. It's what we just read above. So, abilities. His basic is Disruptive Shot. I know Finn has a problem with this because he didn't actually kill the Jawa, but I think the Jawa had been modded for extra protection, so he didn't.
I don't really have a problem with it. It's just
You said
they
you
went from a like graphics thing that, I mean, they've done this a lot, right? Where the graphic just doesn't flatter the character, and I don't understand why. right? I can't remember which character it was, but there was one time where the character actually shot someone and got counterattacked and killed as part of the graphic. Like, why would you show the character you're trying to showcase as being killed? It's the same thing with this. Like, if you're shooting a Jawa, you kind of want to see the Jawa, well, dead as a result of it.
Disgusting creatures.
He doesn't even get a detonator on his head though, Finn.
No.
Like,
They don't show any of the. So they've eliminated all the buffs, all the debuffs, all the turn meters. It's possible that's why we don't see turn meters in game on some of the characters now, because it's still set for them to do their recordings for these things. But I mean, they're just missing everything, which is fine. I'm okay with them, but you should at least be able to kill a Jawa. At least make it seem like a good basic, because it just otherwise feels kind of weak.
Well, no, he's no Mando with that disintegrate. All right. Final text on Disruptive Shot says, deal physical damage to target enemy and gain 1 stack of insight, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If Moff Gideon has at least 4 stacks of insight, he gains the special ability Subversive Volley. Insight stacks last until the end of the encounter. What does Subversive Volley do? We'll get to it. So at 4 stacks, he gains the special ability Subversive Volley. And it says, final text, deal physical damage to all enemies and daze them for 2 turns. This daze can't be resisted by enemies with the leader tag. Moff Gideon loses all stacks of insight and this ability is removed. So he gets an AoE that's nasty. All right. Special 1, the Darksaber Lunge. Look at that beautiful Darksaber. Let's just watch it. Let's just look at it. Just tear up that Hoth Rebel scout. Or is that a trooper? I can't tell. Oh, no, it's a Hoth. He's stabbing him with a Darksaber. Final text says, deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict armor shred for the rest of the battle. That's pretty nice. Special 2, Zeta, control the situation. It does say
wait, am I missing something? That's all it does?
It just says armor shred. It does damage and does.
It's like Sabine's, right? But the cooldown is 4. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
cooldown 4. Special 2, Zeta, control the situation. Was the other one a Zeta? I didn't say. No, it's not a Zeta. Final text, call all Imperial Trooper allies to assist, dealing 30% less damage. All units lose 100% turn meter, which can't be resisted. Then allies gain 25% turn meter. Tank allies taunt for 2 turns. Attacker allies gain 50% offense, and support allies gain 100% protection. You don't want him to do this. You are going to die horribly. Someone is going to get vaporized. And with the Imperial Troopers, oh my God, the turn meter train is going to be really out of control with this nonsense. All right, the other Zeta here is Leader Zeta Tactical Deployment. Final text, at the start of the battle, if Moff Gideon has exactly 1 dark side tank ally, 2 dark side attacker allies, and 1 additional dark side support ally, all dark side allies gain 30% max health and protection. If all allies are Imperial Troopers, it continues, whenever an enemy with a leader tag uses an ability, Imperial Trooper allies gain 10% offense stacking until the end of the encounter. Whenever an enemy with a leader tag takes a turn, Moff Gideon gains 1 stack of insight. So that just increases his insight quickly. And then finally, Imperial Troopers allies gain 40% offense and revive with 50% health protection the first time they are defeated each counter. Yowzer. Unique 1 is Know Your Adversaries. Final text. At the start of Moff Gideon's first turn of each encounter, he inflicts Demoralize on all enemies and excludes raid bosses until they are defeated. Moff Gideon is defeated, or the end of the encounter. Demoralize can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. What does Demoralize do? It gives you minus 50% offense, minus 25% critical chance and damage, and does not stack with other debuffs. Yowza. Yeah, that's quite delicious. Just delicious. All right, Loki, you've had a chance to read through the kit.
Nah, man, his kit looks awesome. Yeah, you know, who said it in the chat? Somebody said it in the chat. Was it Buzzsaw? So yeah, I was complaining about the Darksaber lunge because it's exactly like Sabine's on a longer cooldown. I was kind of disappointed in that. That's all it did. But I get it. They're gonna keep that ability the same. It's a Darksaber, but the rest of his kit looks pretty good. We currently have how many Imperial Troopers in the game now? Is it 10? So you effectively, if you wail on this guy right away and you got the rest of the Imperial Troopers done, you can effectively make 2 good teams. And even the junk Imperial Troopers will still work with this guy.
Yeah, it's 10 total with him. So there's 9. And
yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I mean, who's the odd man out? I don't know. So we only have 2 tanks. So Shore Trooper is going to go on one team and Stormtrooper is going to go on the other team. But overall, man, this guy, because I have Imperial Troopers built up, I'm super excited for this. The one I keep reading his special, the control the situation. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it's call all Imperial Trooper allies to assist, dealing 30% less damage.
Mm-hmm.
But then it says all units lose 100% turn meter.
Yeah.
So everybody on the board loses 100% turn meter, which can be resisted. Then all the allies gain 25% turn meter. Then all your tank allies gain taunt, right? So it's not Imperial Troopers. It just says call all Imperial Troopers to assist, dealing 30% less damage. But after that, it's everybody else on your team. So I guess what I'm getting at is you can have some crazy hybrid dark side. Oh no, it says all units.
Mm-hmm.
So it says tank ally. Okay, so you can basically put Moff Gideon lead, or you don't even need him in the leader. You can put this guy behind Jedi Master Luke, right? And Jedi Master Luke is a tank ally. He will gain taunt for 2 turns. The attackers will gain 50%. You can put this guy in almost any team now because of this one ability. You got to speed up the cooldown, but I think you get my point is you can basically control the battle here because he removes 100% turn meter, which can't be resisted. And then your guys gain 25% turn meter and all these bonuses. This is going to be crazy. I'm just thinking of a way to manipulate the cooldowns. So you can get this cooldown going a little bit faster, but
well,
I'm super excited for that.
If he runs like Veer, Stark, Piet, him, and say, I don't know, Death Trooper, right? If they get 1 kill, it's over.
Yeah, what I'm getting at though is like you can use this guy outside of an Imperial Trooper team. Like you can use him with light side characters if you wanted to, because of that one ability. You know, unless I'm missing something. I don't know if you read it, Finn, or am I not looking at this properly, or.
No, you're reading it correctly.
It's interesting.
I think he is. It is. He has a lot of strength in his leader ability, right? But in what you're saying, you're right. You wouldn't be using him as a leader, so you don't care whether or not he has the dark side tank or anything else like that. So yeah,
it's all tanks, right? I mean, it's tank allies taunt for 2 turns
for that special, not for his leader, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, so for the leader, you could throw him in on any team and have him be beneficial. Because it's not restricting anything.
Say if Moff Gideon has exactly 1 dark side tank ally,
that's his leader.
That's the leader.
So what Loki is saying is you don't have him in the leader. You put him under like a Jedi Knight Luke.
You're looking to control the situation as just
the situation is a solid special.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Loki's 100% correct. It's a very big special. I'm surprised it doesn't start on cooldown, to your point. Because if you do that, like turn 1, like you can change.
You put him
the
behind Palpatine,
match.
right? So, regular Palpatine, right? He's got that turn meter bonus leader ability. You just throw this guy on that team. He's going to gain a bunch of turn meter, and that cooldown is going to go away quick. You can put Thrawn on that team, right? So now Thrawn's you manipulate him, the turn meter swap to Gideon, right? Like it's going to be stupid crazy. You could put him behind Sith Eternal if you wanted to. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not seeing something, but I mean, this sounds really bad. I mean, bad in a good way, right? It sounds really good. You're basically manipulating turn meter the entire match. If you can get this thing on a train going. And to your point, Ranger, you throw him behind Veers, it's turn meter train like crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, you think about like, let's say we remove Piet from the equation, right? Veer, Stark, range, Death Trooper with this guy. I mean, sweet Jesus. But if you had, like, if you went Veer, Stark, him, Piet, and say Death Trooper, I mean, look out. I mean, you good Lord in heaven. I mean, that's silliness, right? I mean, and we're still waiting to get his stats on GG, which I don't think Finn would have piped up if they'd come in. If his speed is what we think it is, but we don't have a confirmation on his speed yet, he's going to be exceptionally fast as well. So that's going to make things really.
Yeah, I mean, look at I'm shifting gears to unique one, the know your adversaries with the demoralized. Man, that's awful. 50 minus 50 offense, minus 25. I mean, holy crap. This guy just nerfs your entire team, man. And his leader's just crazy too, because you don't necessarily need troopers. It just says dark side allies. That's what it says, right? But you get the bonuses obviously with the troopers, but his dark side ally bonuses aren't bad either. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm reading his unique. The chat's like fired up on his unique too. The demoralize is pretty crazy.
The demoralize is good too. Yeah.
That's crazy.
The other thing too about his leader ability, right? I don't want to, and so because I was thinking kind of along the same lines as you, Loki, just like different combinations that could be used with his special ability, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to negate what they did with turn meter and how there is the overflow that calculates tiebreakers, right? Potentially, you could do something with, let's say, and again, this is going to be for, you could put him on a galactic legend, but let's assume a non-galactic legend for a second. If you had a really, really fast Rex, right? If your Rex went first, he could turn meter gain your entire team. If you set your team to basically go in that order and have like one speed less for all the remaining 4 characters, with Moff Gideon being the 4th one, when Moff Gideon goes, he's going to remove like 0.1% turn meter from all of your characters and reset your opponent's turn meter entirely. Right. So you could do a lot, because previously, if they didn't do the overflow thing, it would be RNG, right? You may lose like 2 turns of your characters or something. But now we know that if you set everyone's speed and there are 1 speed below, the overflow is going to kick in and that character is going to go in that same order. So there is some interesting combination specifically with that special.
Yeah, CBO 97 mentioned Stormtrooper too. Stormtrooper is super underused, but man, that dude, you hit him and you're losing like 40% turn meter, right? So, you know,
like then you're forcing the taunt on him for 2 turns, and
right, yeah.
And and I would also not forget that he's one of my kind of like little niche favorite characters. Magma Trooper is nasty.
Yeah.
If you start loading him with the potency and he's like removing turn meter, I don't want to necessarily negate a Thrawn lead for some of these things too.
Yep.
Because then Magma Trooper can potentially be going depending on who you're facing. You put in like a Gideon and you put in a Stormtrooper. Like you can do, there is a lot of nastiness that can be comboed with Moff Gideon.
This is a really badass kit. I mean, when I first read it, I was like, God damn. I mean, just the demoralize alone. I mean, that is stupid, man. I mean, you're minus 50% offense and critical chance, critical damage. I mean, you're really gimping the other side too. So, I mean, that's on top of what he's doing with increasing the. I mean, you think about troopers. If he's demoralizing the other side and you got troopers, Jesus, I don't even want to think, because you know we were talking about this earlier. I did troopers with 4 Gear 12 troopers and a Gear 11 Piet yesterday for Phase 3 of the Dark Side TV and just obliterated it. I was shocked. Thane Kyrell was like, "Come on, man, trust me on this. You're going to be so shocked." And I was shocked at how disgusting the troopers are. And then you throw Gideon into the mix with that team. Holy Christ!
Well, you potentially have 2 trooper teams now for Dark Side Geo.
Yeah, but so who would we run?
And I'm okay with that, you know.
I mean, who are we going to run though? Do we keep? Who do we run though? See, that's the thing. Like,
so in Phase 4 of GOTB, Dark Side, I still like Veers. I like Veers, Stark, Piet, Death Trooper, and Range Trooper.
Yeah,
that's the team. And basically, even in Phase 4, the other tunes won't move. You'll have 130, 140 stacks of the buff, and that's an easy auto win. You know, it doesn't get any easier than that. But, you know, I can totally see Gideon, Magma.
Well, what's left? Gideon, Magma, Shore Trooper, Range Trooper, and who would be the?
Well, I would put Snow Trooper with Gideon. That's your attacker. Sorry. So you have to like divide them up now, right? But it's like one attacker, one tank, or is it two attackers? You know, whatever support character, and you play it by ear like that. But I mean, this is exactly Gideon, what troopers needed. Yeah, it's crazy.
Magma, Shore, Storm, Moff Gideon, and Snow Trooper. And then you want to be Piet, Veer, Stark, Death Trooper, Range Trooper. I mean, might have to mix and match if you're trying to get his leadership a bonus applied, because you have to have 2 tanks, attacker, and a support. So you may mix and match or something. But good lord. So you may, because you have to have, because you don't. Well, no, Shore and Stormtrooper would be the tank. Magna would be an attacker. Snow would be. You'd have to get another support in there.
Who's a support? Death Trooper. So maybe you shift. Oh no, Death Trooper's an attacker.
Magna
Who's the other support?
Is a attacker.
Okay, so we're missing a support. That's what it is.
Range is support, so you'd probably have to go.
So you move Range over and then just move like Shore Trooper into the Veers. That's fine.
You still need 2 tanks, so.
No, I think it's only 1 tank, isn't it?
Is it? Okay, 1 dark side tank, 2 dark side attacks. Okay, so you just need 1 tank, 2 attackers, and then 1 additional support. So you'd have to have like Range Trooper in there. You'd have to have.
I'm good with that.
1 tank, so you can go Stormtrooper, Magna with Snow Trooper, and then you have your Piet, Veer, Stark, Death Trooper with Shore Trooper, which is still really, really good.
I mean, the dude has a revive too. It's one of his.
I know, right?
Crap, man. Golly.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
That's just silly, and we're not even talking about Thrawn, Palpatine, Vader combinations that we could use with. I mean.
And to Finn's point, Magma Trooper is just going to keep going and reducing their turn meter with his grenade anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So and then Moff Gideon's going to keep doing that irresistible daze. And you're just going to shred him and blow him up with the grenade. It's just silly.
All right. So looking at his kit and everything, we know we have people that spend money on this game. Is he a character that is worth spending money on? What do you think, Loki?
I would say yes if you have the other Imperial troopers ready.
Yeah, if your characters are gear 12 or and above, then yeah, absolutely. But
like I would go Piet first over Moff Gideon. Like I would get him up and running.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb.
He's Piet with Vader. Yeah, if you have the rest of the troopers like, you know, gear 12, gear 13, low relics, he's a perfect piece, man. And we'll, you know, time will tell, but his kit, I mean, yeah, they've deceived us before. Like, it sounds good on paper, but we know what the Imperial Troopers do now. They're probably the best PvE team in the game, Galactic Legend level. You can take out those challenges like no problem. They're super solid in Darkside GOTB. The Trooper team is better than the Supreme Leader Kylo team, man. I mean, seriously. Supreme Leader Kylo has a hard time with Darkside GOTB. I hate to say it. And it's silly. Like, you got to run him behind bounty hunters or something, right? You can't run him.
I did. I mean, so phase 3, I had no problems. Phase 4 today, I got to the end. I got to the 4th match and then a couple.
Yeah, he has issues, right? Like,
no, I got to the 4th one and now the other characters died, but I saved his ultimate to the 4th round.
Okay.
And then just wiped him out. And so, but I can see what you're saying because I can see RNG going against you and then him dying. So
yeah, but it's because of that turn meter crap that Kylo's got built into his kit. But I mean, again, when you get your Imperial Troopers built up, this is like an auto team in phase 4 of Darkside GOTB.
Yeah, mine weren't there for phase 4, but phase 3 with like 4 gear 12s and the Piet being gear 11. I mean, I ran through that like it was nothing.
Right.
Nothing. It was ridiculous. I mean,
yep.
Oh my God. Just ridiculous nonsense from that team. So it made me change a little bit of my dynamic because I was working on Piet anyway, but I am going to get Kara up, but Varys and Stark are going next because I'm going to get that goddamn team going, rocking and rolling because it is so good. I mean, you can keep your Death Trooper and Range Trooper at like gear 12. If you got Varys, Stark, and Piet at Relic, I mean, you're going to do some crazy damage with the buffs and stuff that they do. So, it's really good.
I don't want to recommend spending, but I mean, if you
got
nothing to do and you got the Imperial Troopers built up, this is the real. I mean, they're the real deal team. Seriously, I mean, we were trying to get Phoenix to work. We were trying to get all these other teams to work, and Troopers just work, man. You can take out. I mean, there's videos right now on YouTube, Sith Eternal Emperor being beat by Imperial Troopers. Right, it's the real deal, and Gideon's only going to make it better. So yeah.
All right. Any thoughts from you, Finn? Any final thoughts on the kit?
My only concern with wailing on him is we see it a little bit with Piet, right? It is based on your mods. Absolutely. If you don't have the mods in order to make the team like fast enough, the problem is they're going to be a little too squishy. And I don't know what Gideon's stats are going to be. He's a support character, so hopefully he's going to be a little bit more on the tankier side. But if he's too easily taken out, then wailing on him is not going to matter if you don't have the mods in order to support him, based on what your competition is. So I would say he is possibly worth it if you do have the mods in order to support the Imperial Trooper team. Because the Imperial Trooper team is good, right? But it's not an easy team to get to a workable status. So that would be the only caveat.
Yeah, it comes down to Stark.
So Elliot Worsfold said that SWGOH got updated with his stats. So
okay,
is it? I'm refreshing right now. I'm not seeing him.
I don't know.
I'm still not seeing
in the chat, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking for him right now. I don't see Gideon. Let me check. Yeah, it's still not showing up for me.
Okay.
Well,
so I'll continue to check, but I'm not seeing it right now.
They're saying Elliot Warfield says his stats are up on SWGOH now, 198 base speed.
Like I said, I'm looking on GG right now. I just refreshed it. He's not there.
Well, let me look.
I just checked. IG-11 is still the latest character that was added, and he's not there. Yep. Yeah, he's not there yet. I'm not sure where you're seeing it, Elliot, but he's not on GG yet.
Yeah, I don't see him on there. I'm looking myself. He's not showing for me either.
And that 198 number is the number I've been hearing, so I'm still it probably is correct. I'm just waiting to confirm it, right? Because we don't know where these numbers start.
Yeah,
you saw it on Discord. Yeah.
Hey Ranger, so I have a stupid question for you. Why is this guy?
I have a stupid answer.
Yeah, why is this guy a Moff and not a Grand Moff?
Because he hasn't earned the title of Grand Moff. There's your stupid answer.
Okay.
He hasn't done enough. He hasn't earned the Grand title, like Grand Admiral Thrawn or Grand Moff Tarkin. He's just a Moff. He's very.
And he can never be an admiral, right? Like that's not how it works. Because I think he's like a governor, right? Like he's on the political side, right, as opposed to the military side.
But he can still control the military because Moss had a lot of, they could control troops. But I mean, it's the way the Empire was structured, man. Don't ask me. It's just the way they did it. Yeah,
but Grand Admiral Thrawn can control Grand Moffs, right? Is what I'm understanding.
He can control Moffs, yeah. He can go in there and say, I'm taking over right now. And you can suck my balls. They'd have to suck his balls because that's just the way Grand Admiral Thrawn was. So you didn't mess with Thrawn. You just don't do it. You'll regret your life choices.
Sure.
All right. Okie dokie in the pokey. I think that's it for Gideon, unless there's anything else we want to talk about with him. In another news, I mean, there's really nothing else out there, and we got Gideon. We got through the 5-year anniversary. Really, that's been the big news for the week. We're getting ready we're in that hiatus period where we're between GACs. So we'll have GAC next week. We'll probably have some TWs coming up here soon. Hope everyone's doing well in Darkside TV. So hopefully your guilds are getting as many stars as you can. so you can get that good loot. I don't know. Anything else I'm missing here, or you guys want to discuss in relation to the game?
I'm just waiting for galactic challenges like everybody else, man.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for Simmable AAT.
that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, someone's asking what's the other big thing going to come in there, but we've got the new raid supposedly coming this month, and we've got hopefully the symbol AAT, because boy, that would be nice. That'd be so nice. So nice. It'd be so nice. It's so nice. All right. So we'll spend more time with your questions. I'm sure you guys will have questions about teams, things with Gideon, things of that nature. But yeah, all right. So let's get the Q&A going. If you haven't, I'll give you another minute here. But if you want to have your name shouted out, the word shout out word of the day is Moff, M-O-F-F, Moff, not Muff, not some of the filth I've seen in the chat. Just Moff, M-O-F-F. Oh God, it's just some of the stuff that was in there, man. I was like, oh my God. It's like a game we played with the skewers. Also, if you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Got over 100 viewers, only 32 likes. Can we get to 50? I think we can get to 50. We can do it. So start getting your questions in. We're going to start doing that. Get your shout out word. And they're already doing it again. I don't even know why I bother. I just don't. It's like I shouldn't care, but I do. So, Christ.
Do you think Quill going to shipments is pretty quick already? Are they speeding it up?
I think they're speeding it up.
Sounds like it, right? Feels like it.
I mean, I was contemplating maybe doing a little bit of spending on Quill and IG. I'm like, nah, just farm them regularly. Gideon's another story.
I waited for Gideon, man.
Yeah, Gideon's another story, man. Because, good Lord, when I saw that kid, I was just like, get the F out of here, man. That is ridiculously good. We still need to see his stats. I'm still not seeing. I checked it again, Finn. I'm not seeing it on GG.
It's not there yet.
Yeah. So
the other reason why I think Gideon is the better spend is simply because he has a faction. He's got Imperial troopers. He's got Empire, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Quill and
Dark
IG-11 are just scoundrels, right?
Yeah,
so
and that's the thing. They're really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you were talking about IG as a tank for the Ray team. Of course, I don't play around with that. I just go in there with my own Ray and mirror match that because I'm just tired of.
No, but I even heard that's hard, man, because he gets a gigantic health pool, and if he gets bonus protection from Galactic Legend Ray, you can't whirlwind him, man.
No, but it's a combination
he sits there and spins around, and Baby Yoda protects him or something, man. It's crazy. No, I'm dead serious, man. Like, you throw a whirlwind and you're like, oh man, and like it didn't do anything. You know, it's like the worst feeling.
You got to go in there with your heroes, but I mean, with the mirror match, you can kill everything. You can kill Ray, and then it's like, oh, it's IG-11 left over. I think I can handle that. So I don't play around with that anymore. I don't do it because Ray is a pain in the ass on defense, and people are using more tanks for counters. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll just keep Ray. Not gonna play around with it anymore. All right, guys, get your questions in. Hit the thumbs up. Get your shout out in. Muff Diver, Sword of the Jedi. Shame on you. You know, the Muff Diver, the holy Muff Diver. All right, Finn, we can get right into the Q&A if you want to start collecting these shout-outs. We start going to Q&A. All right, hello, JV420. So, sup, everyone. Glad to see everybody in the chat on the Wednesday. You could be doing something else, and you're hanging out with us here on a Wednesday night stream, and we really appreciate it. All right, so Finn's getting the questions. Trying to think if there's any news this week for RSG. No, tomorrow will be just a typical lunch stream on Thursday and Friday. Saturday we will have the Jedi Academy again. No GAC, but we should have D&D Saturday and Sunday, so that'll be cool. And then I'm sure there'll be some hate hunting activities going on with Finn and the guys and gals. Yeah, all right. Finn, do you have the shout outs done? Do you have the questions ready to go?
I'm grabbing them right. Not the questions, but I'm grabbing the names right.
We'll grab the names. And all right, so who do we want to shout out? And if it's going to be me, what voice am I doing? Last week it was the Swedish Chef, I believed.
I think this one's easy. We have a new Empire character. We need Palpatine.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. You would say that.
I mean, he's the one to rule them all. So one Sith to rule them all.
Well, yee. God damn it. All right, see what chat thinks. Palpatine, or if you have another suggestion, please put it in there. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's hard to argue with Palpatine there. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing Palpatine, but let's see what the Grand Moff Tarkin. I don't think I've ever tried to do his voice. It's just a British accent. Lord Vader. The rebellion will be crushed. God damn it, why does Stain always, he just, thank you for the $1.99 thing. He says, do CG Viking, please. We did that recently. I'm not going to do Viking again. Come on, thing. Pick somebody else, brother. Come on, brah. Come on, brah. JC Whisper trying to kill me. Yoda. I have a suggestion for Yoda. And the voice of Sweary Daughter. Oh my God. Kermit as Palpatine. I don't even know how I would do that. Jeff the radar technician. Jesus. It's pretty cool. A lot of Kermies. It might be time for a Team McVenom night. Oh no. God. Grand Moff Pee Wee Herman. Ah! It's a picture of me with my lightsaber. Harry Carey, Palpatine as Hermit. I don't know how I would even attempt to do Palpatine as Hermit, as Kermit the Frog. I don't even know how I would combine those two voices. That's crazy. I mean, I could do Kermit as Palpatine, but I don't think I can translate his voice, so... Alright, we'll do Kermit Palpatine. I'll just do lines with Kermit. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. Alright, Finn, you got me squared away, brother?
Yeah, it's in the Finn stuff.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Alright, let's go Cam here. Alright, let me pin my own image here. That's fantastic. Alright, let me pull it up here. Alright, so Kermit doing Palpatine. Alright. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another RSG shout out as me as Palpatine. I must say, Master Jedi, you arrived here more quickly than I thought. I am the Senate. Good. Unleash your anger. Oh, okay, I can do it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright. Let's see who we have here. That's not working for me. Try this again. Oh, God. Kill him, Anakin. Kill him now. Yeah, that works. Okay, here we go. It's just still me, Kermit, so not really working as well as I thought it would work out here. Okay, let me just see here. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. It's just me, Kermit the Frog, just doing lines from Palpatine. It's just not working out. So, alright, you get Kermit. Yay! Alright, let's see here who we have for the dark side of the Force. We've got Billy Gunn, alright, or I should add Lord Billy Gunn, Lord Be More Fett, Lord Buzzsaw, Sith Apprentice CBO 97, Shy Bears 326, Commander Skywalker Contingent 33, Psycho Drums, Darth Revan, Darth Lord of the Sith. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Fatality V2, Foreigner, Ghost Strike, Hadriel Jetberg, Ice House, Jason Hobby, John Moran, Kashmir, Lord Megatron, the lovely Maz Kanata. She's a ginger. Yeah, just like Ranger. Yeah, that's good. Let's see here. We got Nathan H, Nathaniel Morgan, Obi John 72, the lovely Ouchie Dumpling, Ray Rock, Richard Cheese. Well, don't confuse him with Richard the Beef. Ronan Zai, Rose Taco. Glad to have Rose back into the game. Everybody, Rose is back playing the game. We're very happy about that. RC Vormax, Ryan Hernandez de la Garda. That's Vormax. I don't know why he used his real name. You son of a... No, I think that's his brother. Silver Fox, Skywalker Vader, Thane Kyrell, Torn Jax, Tumblo Dry, Van Seal, What Else in 3, Wolfell, Utah, DJ, and of course, The Nightmare. Yay! I'll have to work on that. I'm trying to do Kermit. I can do the lines from the movies with Kermit, but I don't think I can translate his voice. I tried, but I just could not find it there. Regional Manager Vader wants me to do that one line. All right, let me get Kermit back here real quick. I can feel your anger. It makes you stronger. Gives you focus. Yay! All right, I've done my duty, Finn.
Duty.
Lines.
Ranger did his duty. This is a fun night. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's get to questions.
Yeah, let's do some questions.
Let's see. First question. What else 73? Question, do you think Gideon will make the useless Imperial troopers viable like Mon Mothma did for Rebel fighters?
Have you met my boy Piet? He kind of turned the troopers into a goddamn powerhouse.
But did he... Okay, so here's the weird question, maybe. What would you consider the useless Imperial troopers? Because we always had a purpose for Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, right? Stark and Veers, right? Snow Trooper...
When you say useless, you mean not running it in the... So I don't run Shore Trooper with the Imperial troopers. I use him somewhere else. So,
yeah, but I guess what I'm wondering is, and that's what I'm kind of wondering, is how you would define a useless Imperial trooper, right? Rebels is pretty simple. Rebels was such a large faction that we literally had characters that basically had no purpose in the game, right? Like, you had to kind of force a reason to use Rolo, or maybe force a reason to use, like, OG Lando, and all these characters that really didn't have a whole lot of use. You could identify the bad Rebels and then figure out, like, oh, we're going to make Rebel fighters good. So suddenly Hoth Rebel Soldier, Hoth Rebel Scout had a purpose again. I'm not sure if any Imperial troopers would have been classified as useless, except for maybe Magma Trooper and Stormtrooper.
Yeah, because you just didn't use them, right?
Yeah, those were the only two that I think weren't being used on any Imperial trooper team.
Right.
So... Yeah, I mean,
it's a sleeper faction, man. It's just they're better than Geos and they're better than Mon Mothma right now. Seriously. Mon Mothma you can't do the challenge tier with. That's the problem with Mon Mothma right now.
Oh, I did it today, brother. That's wrong.
What, the challenge tier? So the tier, whatever, the last tier of
challenge 3, you mean?
Yeah, the hardest one.
Okay, yeah. Because I would say you can do challenge 1. I did challenge 2 with her today and got to the final battle.
Right.
Killed everything but Vader. I could not kill Vader. I just could not.
Challenge 3, they don't even take a turn.
Challenge 3 is
that's it.
That's a different animal. I mean,
but troopers can kill challenge 3, which is incredible. And I've said it earlier in the stream that they got woken up by Piet and they're just going to get better with Gideon now. They're already a pretty good faction. It's just these two new tunes, Piet and Gideon, just make it even easier. Mon Mothma is good, don't get me wrong, but I think Imperial troopers out of any of these factions are just better. Leaps and bounds, I don't know a better one, honestly, that has all this synergy and assisting. I mean, we were hoping Ewoks would be, the ones, but, and then Phoenix, but it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
the Imperial troopers are definitely worth the investment right now,
Yeah. I think with Piet and Gideon, it's kind of like what Mando and Grief were for the bounty hunters. I mean, it just took them to another level. Mm-hmm. It's just like it's a different team altogether with those characters. So I'm all in with Piet. and I'm all in with Gideon. I mean, they're just silliness. All right, next question, Dr. Finn.
Okay. Next question from Jasa. She said, "What are the necessary Zetas for Galactic Legend Palpatine?" All of them.
All of them. Yeah, you have to have all of them. It's a Galactic Legend. You can't go without one of them. You need all of them for him to be really effective. I mean, that's what a Galactic Legend is. I mean,
is she asking like the order, the Zeta order, I guess.
Well, like the essential ones, but I mean, they just, in my opinion, you could put 2 or 3 on, and it's just not effective. I don't care what 3 you put on; it's just not going to be as good as having all 6. I mean, that's just the way the Galactic Legends work. And they're really not viable till Relic 7 anyway. I mean,
and I'm bringing up my game. Okay, so Zeta. So I'll just throw out my recommendation for Zeta priority. So you do the lead, you do Galactic Legend, So Discord, Unraveled Destiny, So Be It Jedi, and the basic. That's my Zeta order.
Okay,
and you'll be fine.
There you go.
At least you get the ultimate with Sith Eternal, man. You still can't get the ultimate with Luke without.
No, you don't get no.
Yep. Okay. Next question here is, so we did that one. So next one is from Nightmare. Question: Why would they advertise the Jedi Knight Luke event for the 5-year anniversary celebration, then not drop the event during the 5-year anniversary celebration? Seems like false advertisement to me. I think they were more summarizing, more so than anything else. I think we're pretty much expecting Jedi Knight Luke at around Christmas time. So we also they mentioned it like the AAT, and we still don't have the AAT either. So I think they were just using it as talking about different things that had happened, especially in the near time. And Jedi Knight Luke is coming soon. It should be coming around the Christmas time. That's when they usually.
It makes sense, right? Events. For the Christmas season, and getting Luke and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. And next question is Ice House SWGOH. Question: Who is the most underrated Imperial Trooper? I kind of said mine earlier. I think it's Magma Trooper.
Yeah, Magma.
Yeah, he's pretty good, but I can't think of another one.
He's okay. He doesn't have a home yet, so maybe he has a home with Gideon.
He has a very specific home, which is under a Thrawn lead against a Traya team. Because when you face Scion and you're constantly getting the debuffs, like that's where he thrives. But it's such a niche use. But his kit is so nice that I wish it had a better use.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good under Gideon. I mean, I fought Relic 7 Magma Troopers before, and the grenade is no joke, man. It hits hard and it removes your turn meter. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Next question, Nightmare. We have entered the month of December. When will Finn be having his reading of Cisco's Bootylicious Christmas?
I don't care. You can call it whenever you want. I will not be there.
It's not going to become an RSG tradition, but it is going to happen. I believe the date was, I'm double checking, it should be December 18th. Is when I will be streaming and reading that. There might be another day depending how far I get through it, because it's actually a pretty lengthy book. I don't know how quickly we'll be getting through it. But it will be December 18th will be the first day.
Make sure I'm not there that day. Okay, December 18th, I will go get a hernia exam.
Vormax, question. Should we expect a Moff Gideon ship? Also, do you guys realize the Rogue One pilot that was killed by a grenade thrown by a shore trooper does not have a ship in the game? Yeah. We know about Bodhi.
I'm the pilot.
Gideon getting a ship, I mean, it's possible.
Okay, could get his ship in the game. Would make total sense. Empire needs another attacker and stuff anyway, so yeah, I could see it for sure.
Yep. Nightmare, question. How much longer until Queel and IG-11 are farmable from Cantina?
No idea. Probably not this week, next
month, man.
Yeah, it'll be sometime this month. We just don't. I couldn't begin to venture a guess when they're going to release that. Soon, TM. Our standard answer for everything.
All right. Next question is from Commander Skywalker. Question: do you think they will ever get rid of the credit cost to switch mods? It's very annoying.
No.
No, they love it.
They love it. You love it. Your father loves it. And Valda watches it on the TV.
They love it, and we all spend on it. So take it away.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Can we just increase the mod limit? I'd rather have that.
Please, God. I'm with you on that, Paisan.
I don't mind using credits in order to switch them around, but I just really want more mods. Nightmare. This is probably a question for Ranger.
Uh-oh.
What the F is a Moff?
A Moff is a person that did not transform into a moth. And so we call them a Moff.
Perfect.
There's this thing called Google.
Is it a Moffafa?
Moffara. Fuck Godzilla.
Good old Moffafa Gideon.
It's just a name. It's a title that we're given to governors in the Empire. You know, the controlled regions of space. You could get the Grand Moff Tarkin, like you can get the Grand Moff Tarkin, the title, as you could get Grand Admiral title in the Empire. It's just a title.
All right. Next question is from Nathaniel Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Moff Gideon is too good for a marquee, or is this just the way of the power creep?
I don't think he's too good for a marquee. He's a damn good kit, but I don't know. I mean, we still have to see him in action. We still have to play around with him. You know, I mean, on paper, stuff can look really good, but we don't have the full story yet. But I think he's fine as a marquee. I mean, if you think about all the marquees this year, they've been really, really, really. A lot of them have been really good. I mean, Mando and Grief are really good. 3 Baka is goddamn amazing. I mean, I can't tell you how good that character is. So some of the marquee characters they've been stellar. Their kits have been really good. So I think I just throw them into that lump of group of just really good marquees they've given us this year. Even the ones that kind of miss a little bit, like Kara and I see Mon Mothma, they're still really good. Not as maybe as good as those other kits, but pretty damn solid. So no, I'm fine with it as a marquee. And uncomfortable silence.
Sorry, I pushed the button again. We were talking about this in the pre-stream, right? Just the strength of the marquees in general lately. So yeah, I don't know if not really power creep necessarily.
I don't think it's power creep.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Next question, John Moran. When will we get a Phoenix and Fulcrum rework and the trio of Old Man clones to balance some rebels against the Imperial troopers?
Well, I'm gonna guess 2029 because that shit ain't happening anytime soon. Sorry.
I mean, there's a chance.
There's always a chance, but I'm gonna say 1% at this point.
I don't think Phoenix is ever gonna get a rework.
I don't think so either.
Because Phoenix is exactly where I think CG intended them to be, which is a good early game team, right? Not every team has to be the best in late game. There are some teams that are designated to be good in the early game, some good to be in the mid game, and some to be in the late game. You don't have to bring everything up to like an end game top tier status. It's nice when they do, like when they do with the Rebel fighters and when they do with the Imperial troopers. But we've also seen similar things where they've kind of left Phoenix the way they are. And Phoenix are still good in the early levels. First Order without Galactic Legend Kylo is also good in the early levels. Mid-level, you see teams like the Ewoks that aren't getting any buffs. But at mid-level, they're a solid team. So I think Phoenix is going to be where they are. Fulcrum is an interesting one. Because Fulcrum is not a Phoenix, which actually works to her benefit in this case, because she can be treated as a standalone, not great rebel character, right? Just a straight up rebel tagged character. And we might soon, maybe, see some. It's not. They don't call it a rework. What are the touch up? We might see some touch ups to Fulcrum. We may see a touch up to our Rolo, right? We might see a touch up to Rolo. I mean, there's a few characters we might see on the Rebel side that get little touch ups here and there, just to make them.
See, I don't think we're gonna get a rework of Fulcrum. I think we may get a different version of Ahsoka or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just leave it at that.
Let's see. No, not overhaul. That went too far. Let's see. Next question, Nathan H. What are your favorite non-Mothra team members?
Mothra.
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla.
Although technically Godzilla is a Mothra team member, isn't she?
That's true.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Rodan.
I'm gonna go with Bodhi Rook. Okay. Next question, Utah.
Good.
Question: Kira, IG-11, Queel, Nest, and someone else that would be a good team.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know.
Kira, IG-11.
Put in LL3.
Queel, Nest. Easiest one, R2.
You can put R2.
Keep everyone but Nest to stealth.
Yeah,
you're good.
That would work.
Yeah, I would put R2. I don't know where else you're using R2, but yeah, R2 seems to be an easy fit on that.
I still
team.
like R2 with JTR, but you can still run JTR without R2 and still do pretty well. Yeah, R2 could work.
Let's see. Next question. What else? 73 is saying Vandor Chewie. He revives light side scoundrels. That's not a bad one either.
That's a good one. There's a lot of options there. I mean, LL3, Vandor. I mean, you can go a lot of different options.
Yeah,
there.
you could go with the tank.
Absolutely.
All right. Billy Gunn, question. With Gideon released, will we see some new troopers? Show me some Scout Trooper love.
I'm waiting for Scout Trooper to come in.
Flame Trooper.
And Flame Trooper too, but the Jason Sudeikis Scout Trooper that punches the child. That's, Grogu. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. Just punch him in the head.
Yeah. Let's see. Next question is, where was I? Oh, I just refreshed. That's why I lost my place. That was the one we did. So Nathaniel Morgan, question: can you beat Challenge Tier 3 without Backpack Chewie?
I don't know how on the Rebel one.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
It's a weird team, but it'll do it. It's what was it? Actually has Mon Mothma in the team, but it's Luke with. Hang on a second. I have a screenshot somewhere of it. You can go to the next question, but I can share it.
Okay, next question.
I got to find the screenshot. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Next question is Nathan H. That's a different one. So Nathan H. question: how do each of you mod Chewie in a typical CLS team in GAC Territory Wars and Territory Battle Offense?
So I can tell you that we redid mine. I'd had him with a lot of protection and potency and stuff, and Thane wanted me to try out. So we went heavy on the tenacity and health, mainly focusing on certain stats, but a lot of health and protection, but tenacity. I think mine's at 115%, with primary on the mods being health, tenacity on the cross, yeah. Offense, health, tenacity. You just want him to resist a lot. You don't want him to get stunned or anything. So high, pretty good tenacity on him. And then if you get decent speed on him, that's fine as well. But a lot of health, a lot of protection. That's how we're kind of working on him right now. If you watch the lunch stream, you'll see the project we're working on Chewie. I've got 2 more mods to slice, and he'll be up and running, and you'll see the final stats on him.
Okay. Next question is Chai Bears. Question.
Hey, Chai Bears.
As I'm 2 tunes away from Jedi Knight Luke, I am way closer to Galactic Legend Kylo, but I'm 80 shards away from Piet. Galactic Legend Kylo or Galactic Legend Palpatine, I'm thinking Kylo.
I gotta say Kylo, man. I mean, Kylo is a monster. I mean, Palpatine's good, but he's nowhere the versatile character that Galactic Legend Kylo is. And not just in I'm not just talking about PvP and PvE. He's the king. He really is. So for raids and TWs and GACs and even Squad Arena, Kylo is still he's one, if not the best character in the game, he's one of the best, in my opinion.
Yep.
All right.
Real quick. So going back to that question, the challenge tier one.
Oh yeah.
So the team I used was CLS lead with 3PO, Cara Dune, Mon Mothma, and then and Chewbacca, regular Chewbacca. And I could beat it. It's a little tricky, but
CLS lead.
CLS lead, yeah. And you throw Mon Mothma in the back, and then she does the revive on Cara. So Cara basically eats up everything. Because she can revive herself, and then Mon Mothma can still revive Rebel fighters. And then you just got CLS and Chewie doing their thing. You got the Rebel fighter, and you got C-3PO doing his thing too. So it's a fun team.
Okay. Next question is from LC. Welcome, LC.
Hey.
Question. Do you use Emperor's Trap, and who do you put it on?
That's the Imperial Trooper buff, right?
I don't know what Emperor's Trap.
I think that's
Piet's ability.
That's Piet's ability?
Or is that Imperial Ambition? Oh no, the Imperial.
No, that's Imperial
Emperor's
Ambition.
Trap.
He's saying Emperor's. Yeah.
That's I think that's Piet.
Yeah, it's Piet's unique.
I always put it on Stark when I'm running troopers.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Because Stark
I mod Piet the fastest, and then Stark comes after.
Yeah.
And you give him the trap, so he goes immediately, and then he gives everybody turn meter again, and then it just snowballs into a bunch of buffs.
Yeah. I had to think about that for a second. Like, wait, I know that.
Well, no. What I'm wondering is, because I had to read it again because there was something that was confusing me. The Emperor's Trap is the unique and it's auto set. How do you? I guess I'm not understanding how you put it on someone. It's in the one that you put is the inevitable failure. That's the active special.
That's what I meant. So
yeah, the Emperor's Trap is a unique. And again, I'm reading from the kit.
That's why.
Yeah. So whenever an Empire ally begins a turn or attacks out of turn, all Empire allies gain a stack of Emperor's Trap until the end of the next turn.
There is a buff here that you're supposed to put on somebody, and I'm trying to look at it right now.
It's the inevitable failure. That's what Loki was talking about. So the inevitable failure, is that what I think that's what you're asking?
It's Stark.
It's the mark.
It's the second ability. You give it to Stark, and then you're off to the races.
Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, because that's why I was a little confused by that. Emperor's Trap is the unique of Piet, so it just automatically happens based on the condition. So there's no one that you actively put it on. But yeah, so if you're talking about inevitable failure, then Stark.
Always Stark.
Nightmare. Gideon's kit sounds good on paper, but so did Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum and Visa's Mar kit. Any chance of Gideon being a letdown? How high are your expectations?
They're pretty high. I mean, I didn't like Fulcrum's kit when it first came out. I was not a big fan of it. Some kits that came out in the past, we poo-pooed. We really did. But I mean, the marquee and the kits this year have been phenomenal. They've been really, really good. Even the characters that are not as good as some of the other ones, they're really good. I mean, yeah, Mando and Grief are ridiculous, but you compare that to Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma's really, really good. So I mean, they haven't really missed this year, in my opinion, with any of the marquee or the kits that they put out. So I think there's more. I think they're thinking about it more and really thinking about the way this character is going to interact. And so I have high expectations for Gideon's kit. Especially after you're reading it, you're just like, you just start thinking in your head about all the scenarios. And you're like, that's stupid. You know, I mean, demoralized and everything else that he's got going on with him. I mean, that's silliness. I think it's going to be really fantastic.
He's a trooper too, so
Yeah.
he has synergy.
Yeah.
Like Fulcrum had no synergy.
No,
Even if she's a
right.
rebel, it doesn't matter. Visa's Mar didn't have synergy at all.
Oh God, Visas was horrible.
Ahsoka, let's not forget, Fulcrum was good for a little while under CLS. Right? There was a short time period there where for a brief while, she was actually pretty good, but then quickly got replaced. Visa, to Loki's point, never had a tag.
They should have made Fulcrum a rebel fighter, man. That would be badass.
She should have, yeah. If she was a rebel fighter, that would have been so much better for her. And
oh my gosh, man,
general,
that would have woke her up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Under Mon Mothma lead, holy crap, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Visa's Mar is like a kit without any faction to tie it to. So it was just like, where are you gonna use her? She just has like this random res. She does these random things. It's like, well, she can plug and play in a bunch of teams. But all the teams have someone that's pretty much better than she does. So it ended up being Beauty and the Beast with Urs and matching her up with Gamorrean Guard that she probably got the most use of anything. So it's just unfortunate. So Visa's Mara, I think we saw as a good kit, but no faction thing. Fulcrum was good for a little while, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So
there you
go. Let's see. Next question, Commander Skywalker. What's the best way to split up your separatists in Phase 4 between the Watt mission and Dooku one?
Well, it depends on how your guild's approaching it, right? Some guilds, if they're just trying to get stars, will not do the special mission because they want you to use your teams. I think in the middle, correct me if I'm wrong, Loki. My brain's not working, but you get bonuses with the separatists in the middle zone, right? So they'll have you use your separatists there. Now I've heard two trains of thought. If your Geonosians are really, really good, you use that on the this is Phase 4. You use it on the bottom mission, and then the top mission, if you are going to do it, I think you use the separatists. I get conflicting stuff on both. Some say use Watt with Dooku and all them, and then use Geonosians in the north. So I don't have a direct answer, but it's typically the Geos are a team for Phase 4, and then the rest of your separatists, whoever you're going to run it with, right? With Watt, Dooku, Newt. If you're not going to use Night Sisters anywhere, you can put a Sash in there or a Django. I mean, you can mix and match depending on where you are with your characters. So, any insights on that, Loki, or what you do?
It's kind of I don't know. I want to say, I mean, our guild's a little flexible on some of the stuff, but
yeah.
Like I mentioned like SLKR, right? Like SLKR. He's a galactic legend, but he has an issue in Phase 4 for whatever reason. He's not that good. So you have to bury him behind a team. I think the popular team we use right now is like Bounty Hunters. So you can hide him behind Bosk Lead. So the important thing is whatever you go in with, it's got to heal itself, right? And that's the problem with Kylo is he can heal himself, but then he kills everybody else around him. So you have to be very careful with him.
You just save his ultimate for Phase 4. That's what I did.
But the problem is his siphon and all that gets resetting.
Yeah,
right?
you're gonna get
terrible. Like
you're gonna get weak characters. But I mean, I like today. I did through Phase 3. I hadn't used his ultimate, I think, and then I got to Phase 4 and then just set him off. Right. Once that was done, it was like AOE City and then burn him down. Right. And you've got the ultimate continually going at that point because you haven't used it and it's just been building up. I think that's your best chance because the characters are going to die along the way. You just have to get him in a really good spot. But I agree, Kylo can be a little tricky to use.
Kylo's, I don't know, he's okay. I mean, he's not stellar in this phase or in this game mode.
Phase 4 is just hard. Period.
Like Night Sisters is still good. I use a full Night Sister team. Mother Talzin lead. She can cut through the protection. Pretty solid. I mean, you need to have some pretty buff Night Sisters. I'm not telling you to use Night Sisters and you're gonna go in there with your Gear 12 Night Sisters with no mods on them. They will get wrecked. But a good solid modded. I mean, you're gonna have to change mods for this. And I'm sure you have like arena mods that you can load out.
As long as you've got DACA really decked out, right? That's the key, right? Because DACA just won't die, and then like you can have your other character. I've done this before where
you need Spirit Fast. I mean, you need
but I mean
you need to really load them out.
Well, what I'm saying is the key modding is on DACA. If you got like those 60 mods with those health and stuff like that, as those Night Sisters die a lot, she starts building up those stacks and she becomes almost unkillable. And then she just keeps reviving the team. The problem with the Night Sister is it's just phase 4.
But you got to pick the right phase too, where there's no, what is it? Is it a 5s lead or something? Where you can't revive, right? That's a problem.
Yeah,
So you got to pick the right battle. I forget which battle it is.
It just phase 4 in general just is a pain in the ass. Even like with Darth Revan teams or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren teams, running the special missions with the Separatists, it's going to come down to your modding, and it's going to come down to your relic level. Really, it's about the survivability, because those you can get that team that hits hard and fast, and you're just in there like, well, that was quick. I guess I'm done for this, especially after not usually the first battles, but battle 2 and on, it just gets significantly harder. So it really comes down to your mods and your character relic for that. That's all it is. It's just a check. It's a gear check and a team check and mod check to see if you can take the hits. Really is what it comes down to.
I'm sorry, going back to the question on like, how do you split the Separatists up? If you're going to do special mission, I think Geo's Watt is the way to go. And then if you're going to do the Dooku mission, it's Dooku, the droids, B1, B2, General Grievous, Deca, Droidica, I think is the team. And then I think that's all the Separatists. I don't use Watt anymore. I don't use I use Django in the Bounty Hunter team with Kylo, and then use Asajj with the Night Sisters.
Well, Watt with the droids is pretty good too, because you summon in that the rocket trooper. You can put the tank taunt on him, and then get the attack one on B1, and then the 5% health protection on B2. And because you've got the rocket trooper in there, it's pretty solid. With Watt in there, I've had a lot of success with that team.
It works with the Watt mission, but I think with what Loki's saying, at least from what I've seen, because I've tried and mine are much lower gear, it's harder on the Dooku mission without the droids.
Yeah,
like if you use the droids with the Watt mission, then you don't have the droids for the Dooku, and the Dooku mission is actually, I think, harder in some ways, just to get off the bat, because that initial burst of damage is just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and it's worth the most too. Yeah. Like if you drop the Dooku mission, you ain't getting 3 stars in the middle. Like it's just not.
Yep.
Real quick, Commander Skywalker says, "Which Geo do you drop?" I drop Sunfac. I actually like Soldier. So it's
you're keeping Poggle for the buffs.
Oh yeah.
Ability block.
So you need Soldier for tenacity down, and then you need Poggle for the ability block, and it's just that's a home run. You got the Dispel with Brood Alpha's special, so you don't need Sunfac's Dispel. I know a lot of us I like to use Sunfac, but the combination of Soldier and Poggle, you will always get ability block, and you can control all the AoEs and stuff like that. So that's my recommendation for the Geo that you drop is Sunfac for sure.
All right.
Okay. Next question. We did that one. That one. So, John Moran, question. If your Imperial troopers stink like mine, what order do you build them up in?
Well, the 5 you really want to work on, and this will kind of help you out with Palpatine, Veers and Stark especially. You want to get them to 12, especially Stark, because you want him to at least get some of that speed going for him, right? So when you can get him to gear 12, you get at least some of the pieces you can put on him to get him fast, right? But then it's Death Trooper, Range Trooper, and Snow Trooper. That's typically was the team that was used, but now you've got Piet in the mix, and Piet even at 3 or 4 stars, gear 11 is stupid. I mean, you replace him on that team, like you take out Snow Trooper and you're good, dude, because he's going to do what he's going to do. He's one of those characters that just, even at 5-star, 4-star with gear 11, he's going to get that. As Loki said, he gives the buff over to Stark, it's game over, because then they're going to get all the buffs and they're going to hit like goddamn maniacs. And I mean, it was a mind opening yesterday to do phase 3 of the Dark Side TV with that team at gear 12 and 11 and still just dominate, where you've got other teams that I've got fully relic. I'm like, god damn, this is a pain in the ass. So yeah, it's very, I would say very Stark, Range, Death, and Snow, unless you've got Piet in the mix, and get Piet going.
Okay, next question. Tumblo Dry. Why should Ahsoka's Fulcrum not get a Phoenix tag? She really wasn't part of it. She was her own entity as Fulcrum that was acting as a spy.
Yeah.
I mean, she was constantly interacting with them, but she really wasn't like a true member of like.
Yeah, she left
group.
many times to go do something and come back and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I mean, she was more about being Fulcrum and just helping the rebels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you can go either way on it. I don't really care one way or the other. If she did get the tag, great. If she didn't, I don't care.
Her kit would have potentially broken Phoenix.
Oh yeah, her getting all those,
right?
you know, with the oh god, I mean that would have been stupid.
That's one reason why it may have been, but also this one at least I can understand from a story perspective, right? Like we had an idea about why Rey Jedi training. No, it was Rey Jedi training, or one of them didn't have the Jedi tag. Right,
it was
because Jolie
Galactic
was
Legend
break...
Rey does not.
Galactic Legend Rey, doesn't have the Jedi tag, and it's because Jolie would have broken her, straight up. Like Jolie plus Revan plus Galactic Legend Rey would have just been broken as hell, so they didn't give her the Jedi tag, and they said that was pretty much the reason after trying to come off with some asinine reasons about plot. The Fulcrum one, I can actually see from a plot perspective why you wouldn't give them you wouldn't give her the Phoenix tag, and it's just because she was kind of her own independent mercenary type that just was working with the Phoenix, but really wasn't necessarily one of them.
But if they did give her the tag, it wouldn't bother me.
I wouldn't be bothered if they gave it to her either. I can understand why they wouldn't. I think I personally wouldn't have, just based on the plot, but I wouldn't care if they gave it. So
yeah,
I don't think she would be OP anymore. I mean, I think it was back then.
Yeah, it's a lot different in the world of SWGOH now.
A little bit different now, I think, with Galactic Legends and all that. I mean,
maybe, but I could easily see Phoenix moving up the list, maybe to the same level as like the Rebel fighters and stuff. Like not to the level of CLS or Trey or anything like that, but she would give life to the Phoenix in a way that they hadn't. So
yeah, but even on the Phoenix team, like who would you bench for her? Because you kind of need Chopper and what's his name?
I mean, I was gonna say I would probably bench Chopper.
Yeah, you already got Kanan in there.
Yeah, but he gets that. He's the health guy, right? And then what's?
But you can get protection from Zeb.
Yeah.
And Kanan.
So like, if you get the protection from Zeb, and you just get the taunt from Kanan, Ezra.
Well, you're saying so assuming that Ahsoka will share her unique.
Yes.
I mean, what if she got the Phoenix tag and she doesn't share her unique? You know?
Oh, well, then she'd be kind of.
But then she gets all the other buffs, right? So does that make her OP?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think that would make her OP. No, I was thinking more if she gave her unique to the others. You're right. If she just got the buffs, I don't think she would necessarily be that OP.
No.
So, Nathaniel Morgan, question: is it better for free to play to focus on gear or wait for the new shinies to become accelerated than farm hardcore? Depends on your roster.
Good question.
Yeah, it's depending. Yeah, Finn nailed it on the head. I mean, it's depending on where your roster is. I mean, you can only chase after new shinies free to play if you're in a certain position to maybe chase after some of the shinies, and where you are with your roster overall. It's hard to say. I mean, do you chase gear? Well, where's your roster? Who are you working on? And do you stop that to go for someone, say, like Gideon? Like, you wait for it to come out and then you go on Gideon. It's hard to say, you know, because if, like, say you're working on gas and you stop gas to get Gideon, no, you wouldn't do that. But if you got gas and Revan and you're just working toward Galactic Legend, but you're like, yeah, I'd like to add Moff Gideon to my Imperial Troopers because I worked on them a little bit. Okay, you know, take a bit break from the grind. But if you're committed to these higher end teams, especially if you're going this free to play, you've got everything, but you're working on Galactic Legend, it's hard for me to say, yeah, don't work on Galactic Legends, because Galactic Legends are a tier above Gideon and these marquees. I mean, they're that damn good.
Yep. Can I say the other interesting thing about the Gideon kit? I don't think we mentioned this. This is the first time I can actually see somebody attacking somebody based on the leader tag on their character.
That's a great point.
Right? And this actually goes against a lot of the teams that we're seeing. I'm guessing there's going to be something about Galactic Legends with this, because how many teams have we seen that just throw like Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, Gas, like all these characters have leader abilities. If you use Kenobi instead of like Herma Yoda, Kenobi has a leader ability, right? So you actually can potentially kind of... Gideon has a lot of potential of messing things up with some of these team compositions where you're throwing in leaders in the second, third, fourth, fifth spot in arena. You don't see quite as much in GAC because you have to put too many teams there. But when you can kind of compile a single team, Gideon may have some impact on some of these, like, let's just throw every good character and, they have a leader ability on a single team and cause a lot of chaos. So I would be on the lookout for Gideon making an appearance possibly in the arena meta kind of soon. Not as a leader, probably not as a leader, but as a second or a third character to throw in with some of these other Galactic Legends that don't require a leader, right? Like Sith Eternal Emperor just requires a bunch of tanks. Are any of the Sith tanks actually leaders? I don't think any of them are. So
dude, that's what I was thinking right now, because the problem with the Sith Eternal team, if you run Treya, then yeah, she's a leader, but you can go like Trio Gideon is what I'm thinking. He's like the fifth in that Sith Eternal team. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You give that team all those buffs and shit, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're removing turn meter from the other team.
Oh, yeah, and demoralized too. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, you can run Gideon with Sith Assassin, right? And now you're manipulating turn meter so much.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun,
Yep. All right. Nathan H. Question: which ships best synergize with Ewok glider in space, and Space Worm?
Spaceball 1.
Space Plankton.
I think you have to go Spaceball 1 as your capital, and then Lone Star.
The Enterprise.
Yeah. We'll throw in which Enterprise though? Are we going to go original, or are we going E?
Television show Enterprise.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Original was C.
Original.
All right, we'll go with C. I mean, Loki sucks.
Okay. Gundam Liger. Welcome, Gundam Liger.
Hey, I love.
Says Ranger.
Yes, sir.
I figured out how to embarrass my brother for his birthday.
Yes.
On Saturday, can you sing "Happy Birthday" to him as Kermit, but like Marilyn Monroe did for Kennedy?
Yes. Remind me on the Jedi Academy that day, or just message me in Discord as a reminder to do that, and I will do that for you.
There you go. Nathan H. Question: which new abilities would a reworked Lobot have?
I don't care. Next.
I want him to have an ability that
Goddamn.
summons a sixth character that holds the ice cream machine.
You would.
We need Ice Cream Man in sixth spot right now. Untargetable ice cream maker in the sixth slot. I'm calling it right now. Need that guy in the sixth slot. That's what his rework should be. Just auto summon him in the sixth slot. Stings. Question: why does Loki look so holy?
For he is a Buddha and he is sexual in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna argue with that.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. Nathan H. Question: why would Porkins enjoy a nice, flavorful pork taco? He wouldn't. He died. He wasn't there for pork.
I think he enjoyed them too much, and he crashed the ship because of his weight distribution.
Nope. Mm-mm. All right. Next question. John Moran. Question: did Mon Mothma not join the Empire for fear of becoming Grand Moff Mon Mothma?
No, that's not her backstory. God damn it! Read a book. Research. She was a senator.
You wanted to put that all together.
She was a goddamn senator.
Mon Mothra.
Mothra.
Buzzsaw. Question: would you use Imperial troopers in TB without Moff Gideon? If so, who and how do you get that turn meter train rolling?
That's just go back and watch the lunch stream yesterday. I did it.
It's the team we have now.
Yeah,
Gideon just makes it better, probably.
Yeah. So I mean, it's Veers, Stark, Piet, Death Trooper, and Range Trooper. It's over. I mean, as soon as I went first, I was like, okay, death, buff, turn meter. Okay, round one done. Okay, I have full turn meter, death, turn meter. It's over. I mean, they just start hitting harder and harder. It's dumb. I mean, these were Gear 12 and a Gear 11 Piet. I mean, and I just went through it like it was nothing. Go watch the lunch stream from yesterday. It is ridiculous. I was shocked. I mean, Thane was kind of egging me on. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this because I thought he was just trying to mess with me. And then I got in there and I was like, holy shit, what am I watching? It was retarded. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. They just blew through that like it was nothing. It was really incredible.
Okay. Next question. Gundam Liger. Question: I think we are getting a Phoenix rework. Isn't there a Rebels sequel series being made?
No and no.
I heard something about that, like the after Ezra story with Thrawn. I heard there was something being talked about, but
don't. It gets into
okay. But I heard
spoilers.
something that was being talked about.
I know where that's
pretty
coming
much
from,
it, but
and I'm just gonna say
I
until-
don't think there's a Phoenix rework
No,
coming.
no.
Phoenix, I think, are doing exactly what they were intended to do. So,
Yeah.
Nightmare question: now that the game is 5 years old and seemingly still strong, how would you grade CG overall on the game? Do you see another 5 years with this game?
If they keep doing the shit they're doing now, Bob's your uncle.
No.
I mean, this could go on for a while. I mean, if this series that they're putting out, let's say, because we've got Mando, let's say the Obi-Wan series hits big, and some of the other stuff, you can keep putting out these kind of characters. The game itself, I don't know if it'll go another 5 years, but it's going to run strong for a while. And if CG keeps improving and doing better like they have been, it's going to have some legs to it. I don't know if they're going to ever transition to, say, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes 2 or what they're going to do with it. But I mean, they're got some good stuff going on.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing I disagree with is I think they have to change the way that they're approaching the game a little bit too. I think they're making the growth at the top end a little bit too steep in terms of how much it costs. There's people that are willing to buy. I feel like they're trying to make up some money in some ways for things that have happened in the past couple years. Maybe the fact that their Unity upgrade wasn't ready and they haven't produced content fast enough. I hope that progression slows down. It's the same things I mentioned.
Well, we have the double drops now. Remember, you get those characters that are a year
yeah,
older.
but that's only a certain number of characters, and that doesn't change gear, which is where most of the people.
Well,
are
yeah, they
crunched.
still have, but they've addressed that. They've said that they still have to keep working on gear.
They do, and that's why I'm saying like what they've done so far is fine, but they can't continue this. They still have to look at other things because, again, the release of Relics so close to Gear 13 definitely
That was a bad
accelerated the
choice.
rate that you had to acquire and spend. Similarly, the second set of Galactic Legends coming pretty close to the other one. I don't think 6 months is enough time. That is also a pretty quick acceleration, especially with the power creep that the Galactic Legends bring. So I hope that they kind of tune it down just a little bit. Like this is just kind of that initial spike, right? And maybe they're overshooting it in terms of the rate that they want the end game to grow, and then they'll bring it back a little bit. Don't still forget, light side GOTB is 100% impossible with the current status of the game.
Yeah, even with Relic.
So they
8's
literally
coming and
released
stuff,
an
yeah.
impossible game mode. So until they address things like that, like I still see the game as going fine. Overall, over the past like 5 years, I would probably grade them around like a B. But I think what they need to do is make sure that they're making this so that it's a constant increase in a way that continues to get them income, because that's what they need. They need the money, but they also need to not make it so spiky, because that's what the problem is. They spike it too much. There's no constant growth in the game. So
All right.
that's what I hope they kind of address moving forward. They did to your point, Ranger, they've done a very good job in trying to bring the newer player up to speed, right? The increase in the shards is definitely good. The hyperdrive bundle is still the best purchase
Absolutely.
in the game, right? So they've done a lot to help newer players, but what they haven't done is really address the attrition at the top.
It's gear, and they need more content, right? And
Yep.
we need a stabilization. I agree with you on that point. But I think the moves that they've made this year have just been better. I mean, up to the beginning of this year starting, I would have given this game like a C. That's being generous. But after the Galactic Legends, Kylo and Rey, I mean, it's been really solid since then. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if they can maintain this.
All right, we have a couple questions left.
Okay.
So first one, Drucifer question: how do we mod the Jedi Master Luke team if they have Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, and Gas?
How do you mod?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I treat Gas and Luke the same. I mean, I put offense mods on them and, just make them hit hard with lots of protection. Luke, I think went all health with really good speed. Health and protection was the main, because if you're going Jedi Master Luke, you want health and protection because he gives those bonuses for both to the team and stuff, right? But Gas and Jedi Knight Luke, I've always had like really, really good offensive mods with offensive secondaries with lots of protection. But if you're talking about arena, I still keep them the same. I don't switch it around because they work just as well in arena. But when I go into GAC, then I've got my gas where I want them, and I've got my Luke where I want them. I want them to be able to take hits, counter, hit like a truck, right? Jedi Master Luke is just getting those bonuses out, making him, he's going to be over 500 speed if you put really decent mods on him. So, but as much protection and health as you can get on him.
Okay, and then last question, Ziglet. Question for Finn: how many stacks of fruit snacks do you need to have Julie avoid, or need to have to avoid the Julie's trap?
3.
Julie is not here.
Oh,
and she's also not trapped.
Oh,
just
I thought it was a legitimate question. Sorry, I said 3.
She's not trapped. She's recording stuff. It's fine. Everything is good. We're fine.
Everything's fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. We're good. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Any other questions, Finn, or is that the last one?
Nope, that is it.
All right. So we're going to wrap it up. Finn, any plans for haint hunting or anything after the stream?
Actually, since we're ending a little early, I might just go on my channel and do World of Warcraft, just kind of chill for a little while. If people just want to hang out.
Yeah, if you want to go hang out with Finn, I am going to go shower and eat. Because I've been outside kicking around all day. A little ripe, not going to lie. Not too, though, because it's really cold outside. Loki's going to go eat some squid and soup. So, but if you want to go hang out and just chat, go see on RSG Affinity. Is that the channel? Twitch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Infinity RSG.
Affinity RSG. I knew it was one of those. I was right. I just got my names miscrossed and stuff. So go hang out with Finn playing World of Warcraft. Guys, hit the thumbs up before you go, subscribe, do all that stuff. Now we'll be back tomorrow for the lunch stream. You can check this out. We do that Monday through Friday from 12 to 1. Saturday we'll have the Jedi Academy, and then we'll have D&D hopefully this weekend. Hopefully everybody's back and we can get D&D in. It's just the way it is, guys. Also check out our Archie on Twitch. You can check out Finity. He does a lot of his art stuff on his Archie Finity channel. If you guys like anime, I've got with Ladypool, fellow skewer. We started the Anime Bingeaholics. We talk about anime and break that down. So there's all kinds of content out there for you guys. And then you can go back on Twitch and watch. On Monday they had Marbles. Tuesday they did Don't Starve Together. Friday will be the State of Survival stream with McVenom and Finn and everybody. I'm playing State of Survival. We're in state 359. I can't remember the state I'm in. Christ.
That good, huh?
Yeah, it's actually it's been enjoyable. There's a lot of really good people in there, and so it's a simple game. I log in, do what I need to do, and then I can forget about it. Unlike Galaxy Heroes, where I'm always like, I gotta do arena, and I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So, but a lot of good. And if you're interested in any of those games, you can go check out any of them. I am working on new lore videos because that's been requested of me lately. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe, follow us on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch, follow Finn, sub on Finn, and Bingeaholics. Am I missing anything, Finn? Any other news or announcements or anything? We've got the charity stream, I think, this Saturday with Jedi Academy, right?
Yeah, we're going to be looking to do Jedi Academy as a little bit of a longer stream on Saturday. We'll try to get some stuff up on Tiltify for you guys. So hopefully,
Are you guys starting earlier or at the same time?
No, we're just going to start at the same time but go later.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no JC, so we can do that.
We're not going to make you wake up earlier, Louis.
Yeah.
It's already early enough for you. If we start earlier, we're going to start at 8 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Make Loki wake up at 5. No.
I'll do it, man. Just tell me. But
No. We're starting at normal time. We'll be just going longer, but not starting earlier.
That's what she said. And the last thing we'll say, guys, is wash your hands, wash your face, do your social distancing, wear your mask, do the right shit. Coronavirus is out of control. The only way we're going to get this in control is we all work together, and that's to do the right thing. Got to do it. Got to look out for one another. So please do the right stuff. It's our public service announcements are really big on using the hand sanitizer and washing your hands and wearing the mask. I do it everywhere I go, hand sanitizer, mask, when I go out. So if I can do it, Finn can do it, Loki does it when he feels like it, then you can do it too. So with that, I think we can call this one done. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Go check out Finn and Affinity RSG and go watch and play some World of Warcraft. What are you playing on World of Warcraft? What race? Finn? That's a
Orc.
question.
Oh, I'm saying stuff and I'm muted. I didn't realize I'm muted. Torn Druid.
Okay.
Moo. I'm a moo
Here's a
that
moo-moo.
turns into a bear, into a cat, into a
Yeah,
moose,
lovely.
into
That makes
an
sense.
unkin, and then rides around in a motor-sized tricycle
Mhm.
and all kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
I think I'm gonna try and unlock the foxes. So that's something I think I'm gonna work
You
on.
can go for that too.
I'm gonna try to unlock dungeons.
My
and then
day of
work
World of
on
Warcraft
foxes.
is over because, man, I played the shit out of that game. I probably, if I could ever figure out what my logins were, go back in and pull out my Blood Elf and Paladin and Hunter and my, what was it? I had a Rogue too for PvP purposes. But yeah, after I killed the Lich King, I'm like, Cataclysm, nah. So, all right, everyone have a great rest of your night. Go check out Finn, and we will holler at you guys later. Peace out.